as you descend into a squat, all you're technically doing is decreasing the angle of the joints that are involved, the hip, knee, and ankle, and therefore lengthening the corresponding muscles. So for the hip joint, it's the glutes and hamstrings. For the knee joint, it's your quads. And for the ankle joint, it's your soleus and gastroc. And I'm going to state this as simply as I possibly can, because this for me was the aha moment and when I realized what I was screwing up. The muscles that get the most stress or tension is dictated by which joint is furthest away from that line of force. I either got a piece of metal in my eye or my wife farted on my pillow again. As the joint moves away from the line of force, it creates what's called a moment arm. The greater the moment arm, the more torque on the joint, which increases demand of the muscles involved in supporting that joint. Once you fully grasp that sentence, for me it took a second because I spent my entire childhood in the Sylvan Learning Center. Didn't help, I still read at 5th grade level. You realize it's just a matter of manipulating your form or finding other squat variations to create the longest possible moment arm in the joint and corresponding muscles you're trying to target. A traditional high bar squat should have a relatively equal moment arm when comparing hip to knee joint when your femur is parallel to the floor. A low bar squat biases the hip joint by increasing the moment arm at the proximal end, and a front squat biases the knee joint by increasing the moment arm at the distal end. So let's take that information and look back at the hack squat I did at the beginning of this video. As I descend, everything is going exactly as planned. The line of force is perfectly angled from where my shoulders contact the pad, and you can see hack squats are inherently phenomenal at biasing your quads because when you're parallel to the platform, you create the longest possible moment arm in that knee joint. But the moment I go past parallel, my knees actually come closer to my body, meaning I'm shortening that moment arm. I'm also bringing my hips, my glutes, and hamstrings involved because I'm shortening the angle of that hip joint, so I'm taking less stress off the quads, putting it onto the hips, and I'm f***ing it all up. Now, does that mean you should only do half reps on the hack squat? Absolutely not. The solution is simple. You're just going to walk your feet down to the point that when you're at the bottom of the lift, the moment arm of your knee joint is at its longest. The problem is most people don't have the ankle mobility to do that. Here are some band-aid fixes for you. Some hack squats will actually allow you to change the angle of the platform to make up for your poor mobility. It's adorable. Or you buy yourself a pair of shoes like this. Most will have a 3/4 inch heel, which puts you at 20 degrees into plantar flexion before you even start the lift, so it should make up for any of your inadequacies. These are obviously really small. They're not mine. They're my wife's. I don't wear high heel shoes. Or you go full hacksaw Jim Duggan and you bring your own 2x4 to the gym to put under your heels. If you don't know who that is, get out right now. Go away. He's a goddamn legend.